Obviously, can you just kind of tell us where you go from here, what happens next for you?
Well, I'm going to get my aunt a lobster tail, I'm going to take a shower, and I'm going to hopefully get a good night's sleep.
Can you talk to us about what, if anything, you and Anderson talked about right after the fight? Obviously, he invited you to a barbecue, which was interesting.
I thought it was very nice of him. I think it's very important when you lose a fight that you don't say things like, my opponent was better tonight. The better guy wins every time. The better guy won tonight.
And Dana, as you're watching that first round, are you kind of having like a deja vu feeling from 2 years ago?
When Anderson has gone into the past against strong wrestlers like Dan Henderson, that's what the first round looked like. Chael got him. I said before the fight, and I'll say it again, Chael, not only does he talk a mean game, he goes in and he fights, man. He said that he wasn't afraid of Anderson Silva, and he went in and he fought Anderson Silva like he wasn't. Anderson Silva came out in the second round and did what he did. And I've said this before, and I will say it again, he's the greatest fighter in the history of mixed martial arts.
With the force.
Can you talk about this final sequence? First, the spinning back fist, what was going on there? And also, there seems to be some question about whether Anderson was holding onto your trunks and whether that prevented you from moving the way you might have wanted to move to get away from some of the punches. Can you comment on those two things?
Yeah, Anderson grabbed my trunks, but I grabbed his right back, man. It goes both ways, and we can't sit and nitpick, you know, some of that stuff. It's a two-man sport. It's kind of like moving the chains in football. It evens itself out. What goes around comes around. If Anderson grabbed my shorts tonight, I'll grab somebody else's down the road.
And Chael, the spinning back fist, was that something, you know, we haven't seen you throw a lot of those. Was that something that you looked at on tape and thought maybe he might be vulnerable to?
Yeah, you know, there's always some opportunities. You know, you're always trying to work on your skills. I feel like a doofus because I fell down, but you know, we're in the middle of battle. There were some parts out there where I felt really good, and there were some parts that really hurt, including the end.
And then last question, in the first round you took him down I think 4 seconds into the fight, but you didn't do the kind of damage you did in the first round the last time. Do you think that changed anything as the second round ensued?
I think so. You know, I'm always trying to find that good shot that, you know, can change the fight and start to wear a guy down, make him think twice. And yeah, I wasn't able to find it.
Chael, over these 2 years, you probably learned a lot of things. What are the main ones from that?
You know, just to always work hard. You know, you get knocked down sometimes in life, and you got to just put one foot in front of the other. You got to learn to shake things off, and you got to keep your eye on the ball. And you know, you can't get depressed. You can't get down. Every single day, you got to get up. You got to make the most of it.
Toward the end of the fight, there was a knee. Was that a good legal knee?
You know, I don't make those decisions, and I hate those rules anyway. You know, I'm an old school guy before we had rounds and weight classes and all that stuff. We're in a lot better spot now. I don't propose we should go back to that, but I don't care about legal or illegal. I can see him, I can see it coming. That's just the way it goes.
I don't think we've ever seen Anderson respond or act the way he did on the conference call, on the initial press conference, and on the weigh-ins. But at the end of the fight, he embraced you and even asked for the Brazilian people to applaud you. What was running through your mind at the moment?
Well, that's the way you deal with combat. You always shake hands, and you always leave it in the octagon, or in the ring, or on the mat. Those are the rules, and I follow those same rules. That was great that he did it. It was very nice of him, man. The Brazilian fans have it down right. They back their guy.
Chael, I know that your goal is to be UFC middleweight champion. Whether that comes against Anderson Silva or anyone else, does that still remain your goal to be UFC middleweight champion after the performances you put on against the best fighter in UFC history?
Well, I really believe if you're going to be in this company and you're going to take up a spot, that you've got to be chasing the championship. Don't be there just to be good. There's plenty of young guys that they can come in and get their opportunity. And I had my chance, and then I got it again. and I'm not going to ask for anything. I'm grateful for it. I'll make those decisions later, but I will not hang around not for one day to blend in. It's either to be the world champ or move on to something.
And do you take, I know you prefer to win, but do you take anything from this fight? You can hold your head up, but do you take things from this fight, the kind of fight you gave this man? You put him in a place that no one else has put him. Do you take any solace in it?
You know, I don't. It's pass or fail when you're in there. You either get it done or you don't. I was getting a lot of compliments after the first fight. I'm going, geez, guys, that's nice, but did you see who won the fight? I didn't win the fight. And it's pass or fail. That's it. And, you know, he's just a regular guy. He's another guy who weigh the same thing. And he finds a way to win, and I admire him.
Chael, what are the chances we actually see you share Brazilian barbecue?
I am starving. I could go for some Brazilian barbecue right now. But only if it's medium rare.
I know it's a bad time to ask a question because you just finished losing there, but you want to get right back on the horse or you want to take an extended vacation?
No, I mean, I don't need a vacation. Definitely not. You know, I like work. I like to get up early and go to bed late. You know, it's tough, but unfortunately, it's not my first athletic defeat, man. It's tough. But in this sport, you got a 50% chance of failure. And you go out there, you bite down hard on your mouthpiece, and you do the best you can. But you gotta man up sometimes, and deal with it when it goes the other way too.